Hey everyone, this is Susie with The More You Know, The Better It Tastes, the very, very best podcast
Absolutely.
in San Antonio, right? And I'm here with my
San
business
Antonio,
partner.
the world.
In the world,
There you go.
exactly. I'm here with my business partner, Alan Williams, and
Yeah.
we have amazing guests today.
We do.
Yeah.
We are excited today. We have Rick Greenfield and Erin Tireman. They are with Smashed Burgers. It's a wonderful restaurant on Grayson Street. The address is 520 East Grayson. Welcome, guys.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Yeah,
welcome.
glad to have you. So where you're located on Smashed is a really cool part. I mean, on Grayson Street is a really cool part of Grayson. You know, you're near the Pearl, but you're not in the middle of all of that. You're in a kind of a cool little vibe neighborhood. On that side of the street, that's where the 3-Star Bar is, and I don't know what else is there. There's a couple of other things there that's really cool, right?
Yep. So we've got the Modernist right next door. We've got Besame, and then we have Claudine's across the way as well.
Modernist. You know, the first time I ever went to Modernist, there used to be where 3-Star Bar is. I think that's or either that or Claudine. It used to be called Gray's. Was the name of that. Remember that? Mm-hmm. And we were sitting in Gray's, and my wife said, let's go have a drink afterwards. I said, all right. So I got on my phone, looked at nearby bars, and it showed like 50 feet that way. It's like, what? I saw, all I see is that house over there. Because at that time, it really, I mean, now they've got some, things on the side. You could tell it's a business. But back then, mm-mm. So I asked the server, I said, where is this? She said, see that purple house? I said, yeah, is it behind it? She said, no, that's it. Wow, how cool is that? We had a good time there. It was fun.
No, it's a great street. Actually, for New Year's on East Grayson, we all collaborated together and had a really fun street party. People could do the whole bar crawl thing.
Oh, that's cool. So you paid one price and you got to get a drink from each place?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Well, that is what San Antonio needs. Those kind of fun things like that.
Seriously. And it's so cool that you guys come together, and all work together, and I love that. I think that's what makes such a difference with, at least, I don't know. I don't know if it's like this other places, but at least in San Antonio, we hear that all the time, where the local restaurants really team up and help each other out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I kind of think of it like Rainy Street in Austin. Of course, old houses that have been turned into restaurants and bars. And the idea is if you come to East Grayson, there's going to be lots of different places you can go to. Like even if it's not New Year's Eve and we're doing a bar crawl, still go to the different places and have a drink, grab a burger at Smashed, and have a good time.
Yeah.
Then go across the street to 3-Star and have a Malort. You know what a Malort is?
No, do not.
It's this liquor made in Chicago, and they actually market it as something that tastes horrible. It tastes like old motor oil. It's nasty.
Oh, good.
And so 3-Star has a deal, I think it's called Fight My Father or something like that, where you drink a Falstaff beer and a Malort, a shot of Malort. It's nasty stuff.
Well, you definitely talked me out of that.
Yeah, exactly. Didn't sell that one.
It's unusual marketing.
Yeah. So I have to ask, are you guys, is the restaurant industry something that, did you ever think you would own a restaurant? Is that something that you saw in your futures?
For some strange reason, it is. I mean, I've had lots of businesses completely unrelated to the restaurant world. Actually, Erin and I both come from the clinical research world.
Yeah.
And then I have a software business, but there's always been some weird urge to have a restaurant, but really incorporated with live music. I'm a musician myself, and have always just wanted to have a place where we could have great food and great music, and people could come out and enjoy that. And so Smashed really kind of embodies that. I think we have a really neat menu with lots of different items, which, of course, we can talk about.
Sure.
And then we focus in on live music really 5 days out of the week. On Monday nights, we typically do like sports-related stuff, Monday Night Football. We just opened up our Dollar Wing Night. Tuesdays is Trivia Night. Which is a ton of fun, and we like to work trivia nights just because it is such a fun night. And then every other day we're doing live music. So.
Yeah, I was going to say you have a lot of live music. Do you work with a lot of local bands, right?
Yeah, that's the whole idea is to really kind of bring the San Antonio live music scene even more to life than it already is, and we want to be a part of that. And so it's really been fun just getting to know the bands and and seeing them go up there and just really amaze us with their talent. So it's a lot of fun.
So from what I understand, you're a bit of a beer connoisseur. Is that correct?
I am. Yeah, I actually used to brew my own beer. I can't say that I was really all that good at it, but used to brew my own beer, and I had some good batches for sure. But brewing is a lot of work, but we just put in our Pour My Beer wall. So we have 15 craft beers on draft. We have nitros and stouts, and we have other kinds of things that I'm not really into, but like ciders and meads, and then lots of other craft beers like really good IPAs and things like that too.
So how does a beer wall work?
Well, basically, it's Pour My Beer. You go up to the register or find a server and say you would like to get a Pour My Beer card. We swipe your credit card, and then we hand you both your credit card and a Pour My Beer card back. And then you can go up there and select any beer you would like. You can actually pour as much as you'd like or as little as you'd like, which is what I like about it. Sometimes
so
I like
by
have
the ounce
tastes.
or
yeah, exactly. So you can just pour 2 ounces of something and give it a
Just
try.
a try.
And if you love it, pour
That's
a
cool.
full glass of it, right? And it just charges you
I love that.
by the
Ounce.
that's fun.
That's such a cool concept because,
Yeah.
I love restaurants that offer, like, for example, beer flights and things like that, because then you get these little tastes and you can decide what you like. So that's perfect.
Yeah, it's really cool. And
Yeah.
then, I mean, sitting out there listening to live music or watching sports and then just pouring your own beer, I think it's a
and
pretty
then
cool.
you just keep the card, and you can always
No,
continue?
at the end of the night, you
turn
just
your
turn
card
it back in, right? And
Yeah.
then next time you would come in, you just get another card.
Yeah.
Got it. Got it.
That's really cool.
Yeah. All right. So why smashed? Now tell me about. We'll get into the menu a little bit more, but a smash burger is typically, I don't know. I mean, they've been around, but they've been more popular in the last few years. What was it that said I want to have smash burgers at my restaurant?
Well, it's really Chef Brandon Peterson. So he's quite the chef, just very talented.
Now, Chef Brandon Peterson, he was the one that used to have Bandit Barbecue in
Barbecue.
San Antonio. I remember that.
And then
yeah.
COVID, unfortunately, got the best of him, and he started summer camp, which is in the same location I should say, in the same location we're at today. And they had really good smash burgers. And so when we decided to take over and sort of rebrand the place, we started with that concept of smash burgers. And the whole idea, the whole concept just sort of started from nothing, and we developed the name Smashed. And But we really took the concept further than just smash burgers. We have smashed chicken burgers, so it's actually
That's
a
different.
seasoned ground chicken that we
try
smash. It's really
Ever
good.
since you've talked about that, it's been in my brain. Just because it's not something that I've ever heard of before. I've never heard of a smashed chicken burger.
I haven't either, honestly.
Yeah.
And Erin,
Yeah, I was going
right
to say,
here,
Erin.
she came up with it at home.
The brains behind this team, right?
Right.
She is a lot of the brains, that's for sure. I do the heavy lifting, and she does all the thinking for me. But we were at home on our home griddle, and she's like, "Why don't we try smashing some ground chicken?" And I'm like, "That's an interesting concept." So you can do like a chicken club. We have a buffalo chicken sandwich. We have a poblano, a Hawaiian, all these different things that we're doing with chicken, and they're really delicious.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited about that.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
want to go have it. So you have a lot of really cool. You just recently came out with some really cool lunch specials as well, especially for people who are working and they can run out to Smash and have a lunch for $20 or under.
Yeah, you want to talk about that?
Yeah, so all of our lunches, well, Wednesday through Friday, you can do, burger, fries, drink, all under $20. Tuesdays are fun. We do 2 for Tuesday, and that's any of our burgers. So you can do the real fancy, more expensive ones. You can get 2 of them for $30 or less with fries and a drink.
Yeah,
So-
that's awesome.
Yeah, that's really good.
It is.
So tell me about the place. What is parking like there? Where do you park? And then is it indoor, outdoor? Describe what the place is like.
So parking on Grayson can be challenging. You can park on the street in front of the businesses, as long as you don't park in front of someone's driveway. So
Sure.
you really need to make sure of that.
Is there any of those houses where people live still in that block?
Yeah.
There's
So
still-
there's right next to the Modernist, there's 2 houses that people live in, and then directly across from us, there's a church. And
Yeah.
so that church does have a driveway that you don't notice a lot of times at night, and sometimes people get towed. So pay attention to driveways.
Right.
But on the corner of Grayson and Austin, we have a parking lot. And so, our staff does park there, but there are plenty of spots.
Yeah, right on the corner there.
Right on the
I
corner.
remember that. Yeah. Okay,
So-
good.
Yeah, just down the street, there's actually a whole parking garage. So
Oh,
for a pretty
okay.
small fee, you can park there for a couple hours. It's really not bad. But
Excellent.
during the day and during the weekdays, parking's really not an
not a
issue.
problem.
It's just on the weekends that it gets pretty packed.
And you guys have a nice outdoor patio as well as indoor.
Indoor, yeah.
Yeah.
So we have indoors and outdoors. Indoors is a little small, but we accommodate as much as we can. We have plenty of seats at the bar, and then we've got about 4 tables with 6 chairs each.
Yeah.
And then outside, we do have a very large outdoor area that seats well over 100 people outside easily.
Right.
So
Which
it's
for the
really
most
nice.
part in San Antonio works out great. Just every now and then we're a little packed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure. Yeah, we're blessed with some good weather most of the time. So I wanted to know, because both of you have other jobs, other things that you do, how does running a restaurant differ from running another business?
Well, I like to say,
Uh-oh.
well, she might have a different answer than I do.
Yeah.
I find it to be, really any business to be very similar. It's about managing people and hiring the right people and having the right people that, can really help make the restaurant a success. And so, from an ownership standpoint, it's about the crew that you put together to run the business. And whether you're building widgets or doing clinical research or building software, it's just, cultivating that crew. Obviously, it's a different, and I've never been in it. I'm learning a crash course in the last really 9 months on the differences of running a restaurant and kind of managing quality of food and quality of customer atmosphere and things like that. And honestly, it's been many, many years since I've had to do like direct customer service and remembering that there's lots of different types of people out there, right? And it's hard to make everybody happy.
Yeah, it's interesting, hearing, I think restaurants are different than, like Alan was saying, I don't know, in my opinion, from working within all kinds of different industries, restaurants are so different because people feel like they have such a connection with food. And so, it just makes it different. It makes it...
Yeah, and a lot of times they think they know.
Yeah.
Where in your clinical business, they don't think they know more than you as a clinic. Well, most of the time, probably.
Maybe
not
sometimes,
most of
yeah.
the time. But yeah, so they come and they say, this is how you should be doing it. Yeah.
Yep. And we get reviews sometimes, and someone will say that the fries are too salty or something, and I don't know, maybe they were. Maybe somebody oversalted that batch,
Happens.
but 99 times out of 100 people say they love our fries, but you just kind of have to take the good with the bad.
Yeah, we've heard one restaurant owner say, he said, if there's times when something, isn't made exactly like grandma made it. And so then they think, and it's like, well, we're not grandma. So, we make it. Yeah, anyway. Yeah. So it's a
Reviews
different
can be
animal.
Challenging. They
Sure.
can be challenging. I do think their restaurants are very different. I mean, yes, managing people, but I'm a psychologist. That's my background. And I think that helps a lot with being in the restaurant industry,
For sure.
honestly.
Imagine.
But it's
You have a sofa in there?
Yeah.
Lay down. I need
the
to talk
bar.
to you.
Yeah, the bar. I was
right, the bar.
bartending a lot in the beginning, and I was like, oh, this feels familiar. But I think again, it is managing people. But I also think it's a different kind of people sometimes too, and just kind of learning how to get everyone to work together. But I think we've been really blessed and really lucky that we have the people that we do have. Particularly because we do have other jobs. We have people who truly care about our
awesome.
business and treat it as though it's their own.
That's
and
wonderful.
that comes from like our management. So we've got Colt and August and Zach, who are our main managers. And then even down to the staff, though, you see the staff care about the restaurant and how it's going to do. And our biggest thing is the customer experience. And obviously, there's no way to make everyone happy. Like, there's just not. We have to stop. Yeah, I mean, being super concerned about that because it stresses all of us out when we get a bad review.
Yeah.
But it's impossible to do.
Yeah, but it's one of those industries too where you see instant gratification. So, when somebody is excited about the music or the atmosphere or the cocktail or the food or whatever, it's so cool. I'm guessing to see that and to feel that.
Yeah, and we're really trying to create the whole atmosphere from the minute they walk in. Hopefully they enjoy the environment. Hopefully we've got great live music playing, great food, great drinks, so we're really trying to just make sure it's a great experience.
Yeah. What has been the biggest surprise in running a restaurant? Like, I wasn't expecting that. Is there any thoughts on?
I don't know. I feel like I'm surprised every day. I think okay. I guess if I had to answer, it'd be just the amount of maintenance that goes into keeping a restaurant going. It's like something breaks every day.
Okay.
It's like,
and especially you're
I'm
going to
get a text
house,
message
right?
in the next few minutes. The sinks are backed up.
Right.
Like who knows what it's going to be? But it's like, all right, well, here we go.
Yep.
Wow, that's really
That's
cool.
actually that's I think it's such a great answer.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, let's learn more about you guys. Erin, where did you grow up? Where are you from?
So I'm from Florida. I grew up in Tampa, and then I was in South Florida for many years until I came to Texas. I've been here for about, I don't know, a little over 3 years now. Psychologist by training in the clinical research industry. I did always think I would have a restaurant. It's something that I've always wanted to do. My mom always wanted to do it, but I thought maybe I'd have like a fine dining Italian restaurant, not a smash burger restaurant. But I love it. It's definitely different. It's a lot of work. But yeah, that's kind of my background.
Yeah. Do you think you'll stay in San Antonio? Is this home now, or
This is home now.
Yeah.
This has become home. Yeah.
Yeah. How long have you been here?
A little over 3 years.
Okay. Okay. Well, we'll keep you.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Well, and now Smashed is here too, so you have to. You have no choice. You have to say.
Yeah.
Become my life. So
Yeah. How about you, Rick? Where are you from?
I grew up right here in San Antonio.
Oh, okay. I always ask, where'd you go to high school?
Went to Marshall, John Marshall High School.
Yeah. You know a local guy whenever you ask about high school, you know.
Yeah, that's right.
For sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And have you always stayed in San Antonio? Have you gone
For the
out
most
and
part.
done
I mean, I've branched out to Austin and actually Salt Lake City for a short while for a job gig, but something just always kept bringing me back to San Antonio. Of course, family, but I just like San Antonio. It's just a great city, and it has grown. I used to say it's like the smallest big city in the world. It's actually becoming a big city. You know, I feel like the traffic is starting to catch up with us and things like that. But when you go to Austin, you go to Houston, you go to Dallas. I lived in Dallas for 1 year too. The traffic is just a nightmare. My office was, without traffic, it was about 5 to 10 minutes away. But every morning I would get up and sit in almost an hour's worth of traffic, and it's just like,
You could walk
my
faster,
gosh,
huh?
yeah. But in San Antonio, like I say, you can be pretty much anywhere in San Antonio in about 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, for the most part, it's not bad traffic.
No, it's not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, in comparison, I suppose. So we talked about, the restaurant aspect and the live music, but Smashed is also considered a sports bar too. I know a lot of people go and watch their favorite games and
Yeah. We have 7 total screens. We have a big screen on the stage, so when we have like a big fight night, UFC or something like that, or even a big basketball game, football game, we put it on the big screen. But then there's screens all over the place. So with our wing specials, we have Philly cheesesteaks. We didn't even talk about our smashed burritos that are California style burritos.
Yeah.
There's just lots of really cool food options. You could call it bar food. I think it's definitely elevated above what you typically find at a bar. But hopefully just plenty of opportunities to come out. And if you're a sports fan, we're going to have some sports on for you.
yeah.
That
That's
sounds
cool.
great. All right. Well, why don't we stop here and take a break, and then we will be right back with Rick Greenfield and Erin Tireman of Smashed. Be right back. Susie, one of our biggest audience members is restaurant owners or people that are thinking about getting into restaurants.
Yes.
And from talking to them, the biggest issue they have in running a restaurant is their POS system.
Absolutely. It's such an important, of course, part of being a restaurant owner.
Yeah. And some of them they're just these big behemoth software companies that do so much, it just gets... San Antonio POS is who we recommend because San Antonio POS is locally owned, locally managed, and you get local service.
Absolutely. And we've heard some restaurant owners who have been in such a pickle. They've needed to get a representative out there to fix something on their POS system because it is so important, and they haven't been able to get a hold of somebody or get somebody out there. They'll tell them it's 3 days before we can get somebody out there, and that is not workable. Where with San Antonio POS, because they are local, they're there and ready to help.
They're right away. San Antonio POS uses SkyTab, which is a software that was made for the hospitality industry, and it has everything you already want. But the first thing that our friend David Dykin that owns San Antonio POS, he'll come out and he'll sit with you and find out exactly what your processes are and design it for your restaurant.
Yeah, and one of the reasons, because we are really picky about who we work with, even sponsors. We want to make sure that they are.
You're not picky. You work with me.
Yeah. I'm very picky.
All right.
But David is amazing. He has a heart like we do, as far as the restaurant owners go, where he really cares, and he goes in there. He he wants the restaurant to succeed.
And he's been doing this more than 30 years, so he knows what he's doing.
He knows what he's doing, exactly.
Yeah.
The other cool thing about San Antonio POS is and that system is there's no hidden costs.
That's right.
So a lot of different systems, they charge for their gift cards, they charge for loyalty programs, they charge for all of those different types of things where it's all included.
Yeah, and not only that, right now they have a special. If you have a San Antonio POS put into your system, afterwards, you'll get $5,000 back. That helps to cover the cost for your training, helps to cover the cost of any downtime that you had while switching. It really is a great opportunity.
It is a great program. Exactly, yeah. So David Dyken is the individual that you want to get a hold of. He owns San Antonio POS, and as we said, amazing fella. And you can go to his website. Alan, his phone number is
210-723-6075.
Make sure you say that San Antonio Restaurants or the Flavors of Texas sent you.
That's right. And you can also go to our website, which is theflavorsoftexas.com. Scroll down to the bottom, and you'll see a banner that says San Antonio POS. Click on that, and it takes you right there.
Absolutely.
All right. And we are back. And today we have Rick Greenfield and Erin Tireman. They together own Smashed, which is a really cool burger, sports bar, place to go
live
relax
music.
And chill out, live music. It's just it's a total place.
Yeah. I think that's what's cool about it is that it's the whole experience. People can go and hang out and just have a good time and relax and it's kind of one of those places, I think.
Yeah.
So one of the things that we hear all the time on our group are questions. People want to know who's open late.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people
After
out.
COVID, very few places start opening late. How long? What are y'all's hours?
So during the week, Monday through Thursday, we're open till 10. But Friday, Saturday, we are open all the way till 2 a.m. Our kitchen is open all the way through for the whole menu.
Oh, that's good.
On Friday, Saturday nights from 11 to 2, we have a reverse happy hour. So we have our daily happy hour 5 to 7 days a week. And then those 2 nights, we have the same drink happy hour from 11 to 2.
Is your happy hour good throughout the whole restaurant or only if you're sitting at the bar?
Whole restaurant.
Whole restaurant, yeah.
Yep. Our 5 to 7 happy hour has drink specials. And then we also do half off all of our appetizers and shareable items, which are like asada fries and nachos. And then the drinks, we've got like $2 off our signature cocktails, $4 Wells, $5 seltzers and ciders, some draft beer specials, things like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I was looking at your Instagram and just kind of looking at some of the cocktails that you have on there. And you guys have some really interesting cocktails, kind of fun cocktails that you can go and get.
Yeah, we have, we have some fun mules, like a Razzle Dazzle mule, which is kind of a passion fruit mule. We've got a blackberry mule now that's actually made with rum. We do a pickleback mule because we make our own in-house homemade pickles, and so we use that pickle juice to make that. And then we have a whole lot of whiskey drinks as well. Rick's favorite drink is the mezcalita, which is basically like a margarita made with mezcal.
It's delicious.
Yeah.
Yep, I've had that myself.
But
It's
we
good
do
stuff.
a lot of different old fashions and things like that.
And then the 1982, which Erin and I like to, I call them cherry crowns. That's what we drink at home. And basically it's cherry Coke with Crown.
Oh, yeah.
But at the restaurant, it's a 1982 because cherry Coke was actually brought to the market in 1982.
Oh, okay.
But we use Luxardo cherries for that.
So we muddle up the really good cherries, shake it with some Crown. And
Oh, that's
some
good.
Coke
Man,
on top.
Luxardo cherries went up after COVID. I think they're coming back down a
They
little
are
bit. Man, they were
insane.
crazy expensive.
A big can, $200.
Yeah,
It's
I think
wild
at the
how
store
much
is $25 for a jar of these cherries. So yeah, that's a treat to come there and have a 1982 at your place.
So, Erin, you had a hand in these recipes for the for your cocktails, but Chef Brandon Peterson, he's your chef and who cultivates your menus. So he kind of brought those to life. Is that right?
Oh, yeah, for sure. And, same thing with the burgers. We kind of all threw a bunch of ideas together, and he just makes them taste real good.
Yeah. So
That's perfect.
we touched on this at the very beginning, but I kind of wanted to get back to it again. Chef Brandon Peterson, people know him because he had Bandit BBQ here in San Antonio. Really well known, just got a lot of accolades, a lot of attention for Bandit BBQ. And then after Bandit BBQ, he did open the summer camp.
Summer
is that what it's
camp.
called? Yeah, but you've worked with him and you knew him. You were a customer and you liked him so much you ended up buying his place whenever it went for sale.
Well, that's how I
and
got to
using
know
his
Brandon.
recipes,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, that's right. I knew him because he had such great barbecue, and and really just respected how great of a cook he was, and how much he knows about smoking meat. And there's a whole family history, actually. His granddad was friends with the I forget his exact name, Mr. Cooper, who started Cooper's Barbecue.
Oh, okay.
He's from Mason, Texas, and that's really where Brandon got all of his secrets on how to make great brisket, seasoned brisket, cook brisket, and all the other meats as well. So when Brandon, unfortunately, COVID got him, he couldn't keep make ends meet through COVID. He ended up closing down Bandit, and I actually bought his smoker. And so his smoker is at my house.
Wow, are you serious?
So I have the Bandit smoker.
That's cool.
But yeah, I mean, we stayed connected, and then whenever he decided to move on from summer camp, that's when we got together and started Smash. So.
Smash.
And where is he at now?
He is relocated to California. He's got family there, and he. That's why we have California burritos on our menus, because he brought those to us as well. But he moved back out there to be with some family, and he actually is starting a Philly cheesesteak place there, and so I'm sure it'll be amazing.
And you guys have a great chili.
Well,
Philly,
we do.
Yeah,
we do.
On your menu as well, right? Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So, so in that area, so in Grayson, I mean, there's a lot of apartments. There's a pretty big community out there.
Definitely. Well, the Encore on Grayson opened up. I mean, it has, I think it's like 800 units. It's pretty crazy. Broadway 1800, and then there's a lot of big businesses around. You've got Jefferson Bank, you've got the Credit Human, and so it's a great opportunity for those businesses to have something close.
Yes.
And they can come by. We've got the lunch special, so trying to take care of the locals as well.
Yeah, for sure. That's good.
Yeah. So again, you touched on the burritos earlier, but let's talk about those burritos. So what makes it different? What is a California burrito?
Well, think big.
They're like 2.5 pounds each.
Wow.
They're very heavy.
So one burrito's for a family of four.
A tray. You pick up a tray with a burger on it. You're like, okay, and then you go to grab the burrito, and it's like,
it's 2 meals in one. I mean, you cut it in half, take half of it home.
Yeah.
But they're full of just great things. Typically California burritos have fries in them.
Yes, yes.
And then we use different meats. We have a carne guisada. We have
carne
I love carne guisada.
the picadillo. Sorry, my brain. I had a
okay, got it.
Asada also.
carne asada. Yep, and then we have the picadillo. All of it's very good. And then we just came out with some new ones that actually incorporate chicken strips. So we now have a buffalo chicken burrito, and then we have a chicken club. So it's actually got chicken strips and bacon and honey mustard, and so just different combinations, And then hey, true to Smashed, we actually. After they roll up the burritos and all that, we actually put them on the griddle and smash them down. And so it's going to be grilled on both sides,
sounds
essentially.
Amazing.
We do also, we made a burgerito. So, like, you get the best of
both worlds. I love
it. The smash burger in the burrito.
And let me tell you, I would not have a burger. I was like, that's going to be terrible. And finally one day I was like, all right, I'm getting a burgerito.
Yeah.
And I loved it. It is just, it's weird, delicious.
Sounds so good. I'm so excited to try so many things.
I could see it because sometimes a burger, the meat is so flavored and everything that a burger is better without the bun sometimes. So I could see with having a burrito, having it in there, you're not having as much of the bun part of it. You're having a burrito. So that sounds
And you get your burger and your fries just all wrapped in a tortilla, right?
Yeah.
So.
How cool is that?
So tell us about your 2 for Tuesdays.
Yeah. So you come in, you can get any 2 burgers. So it could be the burgers or the chicken burgers. The fries and drinks for $30. So you can get like our Wake and Bacon, which is probably a $16 burger, and the fajita burger, which also is like a $16 burger.
Wow. That's
plus fries, plus drinks for $30.
That is crazy. That's a great deal. And that's in lunch. That's from 11 to 2,
11
right?
to 2.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm looking at your menu also. Are your nachos, are they the big pile of nachos or are they individual nachos?
It's a big pile.
Big pile.
It comes typically with picadillo, but you can upgrade to the asada meat, which is really good.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. I know it's smashed burgers, and so, which that alone sounds amazing, but you guys have some pretty unique items on your menu as well.
Yeah.
And looking at, which I don't know if this is on your menu or not, but on your Instagram you have a picture of a dessert with a slice of bacon on it.
Yeah, that's the Elvis cheesecake.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just looking at that.
Peanut butter and banana cheesecake, and then we top it with a piece of crispy bacon.
So
came
very
up with
different
that?
and inventive.
That was a Brandon.
That's a Brandon idea?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
for
good.
sure.
Is it popular?
It is. But our lemon curd tres leches is, I
okay.
think, the most popular. I don't even like tres leches,
Yeah.
and it is so good.
Really? So would you say is your most popular item that people come in and they're just like, so that, and then also what do you think that people don't order enough that they
that they
really,
should.
that they should?
Well, okay,
missing
so number one seller is the signature, right? I mean, it's funny because we go into Toast and we always look at, it gives you the whole list of everything you sold that day. First thing on the list is going to be the signature.
Right.
Or the signature deluxe.
And so what is a signature? What is that?
It's just basically, go ahead.
The meat, cheese, sauces, and pickles.
Okay, got it. So it's just okay, got it.
It's like a quarter pounder with cheese, but done really well.
Right. Okay.
And then the deluxe just adds lettuce, tomato, and pickle. Lettuce, tomato, and onion, to
Okay.
that. And then, then you start to get into like the wake and bacon, which is, definitely one of our signatures. It's got a piece of hash brown on it. It's got the fried egg,
Wow.
bacon, and we serve it with
almost
blueberry.
breakfast.
Well, and so
It's like
something
your
that people
typical
don't know
hangover
about.
burger.
There you go. Yeah.
Ah.
And something people don't know about is the blueberry habanero jam that comes on the
Wow.
side. And it's not crazy spicy, but it's got a little kick, and it's just really super.
Now that comes on the
That
side of the wake
sounds
and bacon.
Yes.
amazing.
Yeah, so it's blueberry maple habanero.
Yeah.
So it is kind of, again, more brunchy.
Yeah.
No, that sounds great.
So the thing that people should order more of, I believe, is the Philly cheesesteak. And so I go to Philly all the time for my other business, and I go there and I get Philly cheesesteaks, and oftentimes I'm disappointed. Like they don't season the meat enough and whatnot. And so I think we have an amazing Philly cheesesteak.
okay.
And I would put it up against anybody here in town, honestly. So I'd love to get some feedback on that. But yeah, and then you got to get it with whiz, right? So
I was
you
just
get
going to say, yeah.
get the onions, get the whiz, and it's a delicious cheesesteak.
So we were lucky enough to partner with Kimberly Suta for the Burger Showdown, and you guys won. Your burger won both People's Choice and Judge's Choice, a combination of votes. Yeah,
It's really amazing. Couldn't even believe it.
We were so excited, but you know what?
And Erin gets the credit for that one too. Yeah, she sure does. That's the fajita burger. So
we had so much feedback on that burger from, I mean, of course we were there, but just from so many people talking about it, and everybody, your line was just crazy long, but yeah, it's exciting.
So it's basically,
and that's on your menu.
It's on our menu.
Called the
is,
fajita
yeah.
smashed.
Fajita smash.
Oh, and it's got an award winner on the menu. I see that.
It
Yeah.
was an award winner,
It
and
was.
then it comes with a side of queso, right? So you actually dip the burger
Yes.
in your queso, and the rest is history, right?
Yep.
We wanted
Yeah.
to do something that was a little bit different that, people hadn't tried from us. So we were like, what do we do? And I was like, we're in San Antonio. Let's do a fajita burger.
Yeah.
And Brandon just kind of looked at me, and then he's like, I'll be right back. And there it was. And I was like, wow. All right. It was good.
Yeah, it's a perfect award because, I mean, these are just the community coming out and trying these burgers, and to
Well, the
get,
burgers are delicious, and they look beautiful.
Oh, they're
I'll be
gorgeous,
honest.
yeah.
I don't know if y'all know this. I was the reason y'all got invited to the Burger Showdown
Well,
because
thank you.
on Instagram I saw a picture of one of your burgers. I said, "Oh my God, that looks good." So I contacted Kim, and Kim
Yeah, she
contacted
called me.
you
Yeah, it
and
was
said,
awesome.
"Yeah, that's." And she said,
great.
"They're in." I said, "Wow, that's cool."
Yeah.
It was great.
And we made you look like a hero too.
That's
so,
right,
it's a
exactly.
That's why I'm putting it out there.
That's right.
Basically
Exactly.
mine.
That's
Yeah.
right. So the fajita burger's really
So
yours.
you won.
That's right.
The trophies, you can pick it up anytime.
All right, I want it.
That's right.
That's how it was developed. So.
Exactly.
I
love it.
What a fun place. So let me ask you this. So now that you've been running a place for a couple of years now, are you thinking this is something you might want to continue doing? Do you have any ideas, any thoughts about opening another restaurant?
Yes. Wildly enough, we another opportunity
We're
came our
nuts.
way, and so we are bringing Bandit BBQ back.
Oh, wow.
so
So
excited.
everyone loved Bandit BBQ. Okay. So what is that? Where are you going to do that?
Well, it's currently we're on Nacogdoches, just outside of 410. It's called Biff Busby's Burgers.
okay.
And it's got a similar environment, actually. It's got an indoor area. It's actually got a big party room, and it's got a massive outdoor area.
Yeah.
And it's made from an old house.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
It's a
It is a
wonderful
cool property.
place.
Mhm.
Yeah.
it used to be Windmill Barbecue back in the
Yes.
day.
Yes. Yep.
Had kind of a remnant of a smokehouse there. We are completely renovating the place, putting in a really big, cool bar. I'm so excited about it. And buying a huge operation smoker, the whole 9 yards to do Brandon's barbecue again. So
it's going
I
to
love
be
it.
it's going to be Bandit BBQ and burgers. You're going to continue the burger theme there.
we are, it won't be the same as Smashed. It'll be a different, like more of a home style type of burger.
Okay.
But we already have, with the Biff Busby's thing, lots of people that come there for big parties, kids parties. We have a big playground and stuff, and so. We thought, kids probably don't want to eat barbecue necessarily, and so we're going to have a whole menu of great burgers.
That's
as well.
awesome.
That's really cool.
And we'll have
that
like a
is-
brisket burger, right? So
I
we can take the
love
Bandit
it.
brisket and put it on a burger. So
wonderful.
we're going to do some fun stuff.
Oh,
trust
my
me.
wife will be so happy. She
That
loves,
will
she loves
be.
that.
I'm so excited too.
Yeah. And
So-
that is, hang on just a second,
go
that
ahead,
is
yes.
at 2769 Nacogdoches. And it's open now, but it's open right now as Biff Busby's backyard.
That's right.
So you already have it and you're running it, but it's going to change at some point to Biff Busby.
And we've already revamped some of the menu items, and we've actually, made some quick renovations to just improve the property right now. And business is actually great. We're getting a lot of great reviews, but in probably another 6 weeks or so, it's gonna transition.
Well, the
That
backyard
will be
is awesome, and I'm sure the live music is great. Just a fun place to go and hang out.
Yeah, for sure. And I was just going to ask really quickly in reference to the live music at Smashed, what nights are live music and what times can people look for that?
At Smashed?
At
okay,
Smashed.
so
Sorry.
Yeah, I know, we're jumping.
Yeah, we jump back really fast.
Wednesday through Sunday. So
Okay.
every evening we're going to have, typically during the week, solo artists, and then on the weekends, full bands. It's all original for the most part, original artists that are, doing like local live music. So it's really a fun time. And then on Sundays, I don't know if you know Emily Monson, she plays every Sunday.
Awesome.
And
Very
so
cool.
the times are a little bit different though. So like Wednesday and Thursdays, it's usually 6:30 to 8:30. Friday, Saturday, it's more 7:30 to 10.
Got it.
And then Sunday, she actually plays from 3 to 7.
Oh, wow.
So
Oh, okay.
It's you kind of get some afternoons and some most of the time during our happy hour though. Right.
Yeah.
Or at least, Friday, Saturday, come get your spot, have some happy hour stuff, and then the music starts.
Right.
Yeah. Rick, you said you were a musician. Is there any chance we'd get to hear you ever play out there?
I've gotten on stage a couple of times, and I'm trying to knock a lot of rust off, and I might actually try to get up and play again. Who knows?
Yeah, that would be fun.
Takes a couple of those mezcal.
Mezcal.
Yeah, that's right.
For sure. That will be involved.
yeah. And then lastly, people can actually rent out or make reservations for parties and things like that,
Oh,
right?
yeah. We actually just had a massive 100-person company or corporate party.
Oh, that's great.
They rented out Smashed for the afternoon.
I love it.
And so we can accommodate 100 people outside, add the inside, and shoot nearly 140 people.
That's fantastic.
But of course, smaller parties. And then we can actually block off sections. You can use the TVs for presentations, or use even
I
the
love
stage
that.
and
That's
things
really
like that.
good.
So we've had some military meetings out there because we have the local military base that
Yeah,
comes
you're
out. So
close to Fort Sam.
Yeah,
exactly.
that's wonderful. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
really good to know.
We
Very
do
cool.
military discounts too. I think that's important to kind of note.
oh yeah,
It's
for
a
sure.
it's a 15% discount.
That's
in a way,
amazing.
So.
Yeah, very cool. Well, thank you.
Very cool. All right. Well, Rick Greenfield and Erin Tireman have been here today with Smashed at 520 East Grayson. And also they do have the coming soon Bandit BBQ and Burgers, but it's already open at 2769 Nacogdoches
Yes,
Road.
and guys, you need to get out there, and with the amazing lunch specials and the happy hour specials and all the different things you have going on, you guys really need to get out there and support this amazing restaurant.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's wonderful. No doubt you're going to enjoy it.
Yes.
Going to have a good time.
Well, come on out and see us. We'll always do our best and give you our best. So we'd love to have everybody come out
Yeah,
and say
I'm
hi.
excited.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Thank you,
thank
guys.
you all.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. All right, Susie. Well, we will be back again next week with
We
another
will.
interview.
Yes, we will.
All right. And until then, everyone, please share this podcast. Tell your friends about us and let them know, because we want everyone to know about all the great local restaurants in San Antonio.
Absolutely. Yes, and support local guys.
Absolutely. All right, guys.
And share the podcast. You said that already.
Yep. But that's okay.
You know
it can
what?
be
Say it
backed up.
again.
Do it again.
That's right.
All right. Okay, guys. Thank you. We'll see
Bye.
you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Appreciate it.